the Chris Paul trade. As weird as it looks on paper, two players that are both ball-dominant players, both guys that need the ball in their hands to be effective, and two guys that have two similar playing styles are now on the same team, and hopefully these two guys can mesh and create a winning formula and maybe win an NBA championship. But what people are misunderstanding and how great a situation this was for Chris Paul. Obviously getting the trade, opting into his contract to get a trade to Houston, allowing the Clippers organization to trade him to a team that he wanted to go to. I'm pretty sure he informed them saying that he was going to go to Houston, so trade me if you guys want to get something for me. And that's what he did. He's now a member of the Rockets, and this is one of the best situations that Chris Paul could do right now, because obviously him and James Harden are both in their prime. They're both looking to win an NBA championship, and Chris Paul, no one in the NBA, no matter how talented you are, you can't win an NBA championship just by yourself. No matter if you're Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you can't win an NBA championship just by yourself. You saw Russell Westbrook this year trying to do it in the playoffs. It's just not going to work. So Chris Paul was the main guy in Los Angeles. He's looking at other super teams in the Western Conference. You got Golden State, who have Steph Curry, KD, Clay, and Draymond. You're looking at the Eastern Conference, where LeBron James, Kyrie, Kevin Love are out there competing. So Chris Paul says, I can't do it by myself. I'm going to go join another guy who's also a star, match up with these two stars, and hopefully we can make a run to make it to the NBA Finals. This was one of the best situations that Chris Paul could have gone to. Obviously in LA, he had Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. He didn't have much shooting. And you look at Golden State, the formula, more than likely, you need shooters on the floor to stretch out the floor to win. And you got a guy like Blake Griffin, who's trying to extend his role to hitting three-pointers. He's a really good mid-range shooter, but trying to extend his three-point shot. You got a J.J. Redick, who's one of the best three-point shooters. But you're looking at Houston, much better situation. You got a star player, James Harden, that is going to take less shots now. A guy that can take a pressure off you on final shots. And then you got tons of shooting on their team. You got Ryan Anderson, one of the best shooters, can stretch at the floor. You got James Harden, who's an unbelievable shooter and facilitator. And then you got guys like Trevor Ariza, who at times is very streaky. And then obviously Eric Gordon coming off the bench. This team could be very, very good with all that shooting. You add Chris Paul to this team. It's one of the best situations for Chris Paul, because he's no longer the one guy that needs to get it done. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan had to come to an end, because obviously that team was not going to win an NBA championship. You're looking at that team on paper, it's a super team. That team's definitely a super team. But when you look at other teams, you need more than one. You need more than like three guys to actually win an NBA championship. 3 all-star players to win an NBA championship. Chris Paul going to Houston Rockets. They're probably not going to win an NBA championship with this roster, with James Harden, Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, players like that. But you add a couple pieces with an aggressive GM, who obviously made an aggressive situation trading for Chris Paul. You're going to add a GM that might be going out, as there's many rumors that they could be looking in acquiring Paul George, giving up some pieces like probably Trevor Ariza, Clint Capella. I'm not too sure how many draft picks they actually hold, but presumably giving up some draft picks and assets to get Paul George. And then you're looking at a team filled with CP3, James Harden, and Paul George, 3 of the best players in the NBA. You're looking at a championship contending team that could definitely make a run in the Western Conference and could go 7 games with the Warriors. That's an interesting lineup, but this was one of the best situations Chris Paul could have gone to. You go with another star, you go with another guy that knows how to perform in the playoffs, and hopefully it will work out for Chris Paul. So thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy TK Gamer and Tommy, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.